The skiing is all that matters. Summits are great, but when you do this stuff as much as we have, I mean, we've spent 25 years and we've done expeditions to, over 40 of these great 6, 7, and 8,000 meter peaks. And what you learn is summits, by and large, at this stage of the game, are beyond your control. The mountain is either gonna let you get up there or it's not. You're always gonna have an opportunity to get out and at least click into your skis.
Okay, 5,000 feet for ski run on Everest.
And when you click into your skis in those environments above 6,000 meters, 20,000 feet, that's a victory. Mike and I have done everything together. We ended up going to college together, we moved back to Colorado together, we played baseball together, we worked together. With that, that team, if you will, there's a lot of power. There's a lot of confidence that people that don't have that they probably don't realize. There's synergy, and it allows you, with the support of someone that supports you 100%, to go out and do things.
Skiing from 8,000 meters.
Hardest day. Oh, that snow was so horrid. Brutal.
You go out and you climb a peak and you get as high as you can and you turn around, and the satisfaction from doing that is a huge reason why we do it. There's an undescribable feeling of being able to put forth that kind of effort mentally, physically, and emotionally. And when you go out and you click into bindings and you start to make turns, it's beyond all.
Mike Muralt draws great inspiration from the legacy of Jimmy Huga, and his film, Skiing Everest, tours the country raising funds for the Jimmy Huga Center Endowment. In 1964, Jimmy Huga and Billy Kidd, at 20 years old, were the first American men to win Olympic medals in downhill skiing. 7 years later, Jimmy was diagnosed with MS.
We were over here on Aspen Mountain. I was watching the World Cup with my dad, and my brother Steve and I came down the mountain and we ran into Jimmy at the finish line, and he was just standing there talking with Dad, and he said, Max, can you help me get to my car? Dad gave Steve his skis and gave me his poles, and he actually picked Jimmy up and carried him down the mountain, and I just had no idea how devastating his MS was. I knew he had MS, but I didn't realize that his physical prowessness has been demolished to a point where another grown man has to carry him to his car. And that was the first time that I realized the extent of the disease.
Jimmy Huga facilitated a landmark study that was published in 1996 and was almost a complete 180 of what science and medicine had prescribed for MS in previous decades. Jimmy attacked MS with exercise and activity.
He knew from his basis as an athlete that training and physical and mental training could vastly improve the quality of life of people with MS. And the condition just on a day-to-day basis is no different than the process that you go through from the base of a peak to the summit.
You'd think after bagging the elephant that is Mount Everest, the Muralts would call it good. Not so much. That was just the beginning.
Sleep. Had incredible food, rested a day. We're going to produce a sequel to Skiing Everest, and it's going to be called Beyond Skiing Everest. We came up with this idea to give it an attempt. So we're going to head off in January, and we're going to see what we can do on it.